Good afternoon. The clock is ticking towards deadline day. Less than 4 days to go until the window shuts. There is only one place to start. That is with Tottenham. And the waiting continues with Gareth Bale. Will this world record transfer happen in time? Aidan McGee is at Tottenham's training ground as we speak. Aidan, what is the hold-up in this deal?
Well, the hold-up centres around two things, Darmish. First of all, Tottenham are happy to make Real Madrid wait. They weren't very pleased at the way the Spanish club courted their player. It caused an unsettling effect, which has resulted in him not turning up for training. So for that reason alone, it does sound a bit vindictive, some may say, but they're happy to make Real Madrid wait until Monday, possibly even as long as that, if that's what's going to happen. The other reason would be Arsenal. They have the Gunners in mind because they're playing them on Sunday. They don't want to trigger a sequence of events whereby Gareth Bale would go to Real Madrid and Real Madrid would then be free to release up to 3 players and strengthen Arsenal and give them momentum before that game, even though none of them would be allowed to play. I have heard also in the last couple of minutes that Spurs have confirmed the signing of Eric Lamela, the Roma midfielder, for a fee of up to £30 million. So restructuring here at Tottenham well underway, Darmish.
Aidan, thank you very much. You just get the impression that this deal may well go on to deadline day. So what about Madrid? Their vice president claimed they were being given the runaround by Tottenham yesterday. Let's get the very latest from the Bernabeu now and our reporter Gary Cottrell. Gary, what is the Spanish perspective on what is now the Gareth Bale saga?
Well, yes, they'll be listening, interestingly, to that news that the Lamela deal has finally gone through. A direct replacement, you could say, in many ways, of Gareth Bale. Similar player, a little bit younger, similar position. Looks a bit like him as well, doesn't he? So that is more money spent by Tottenham Hotspur, with a couple more as well nearing completion. 100 million or so it will mean almost that Tottenham have spent, and they'll need to recoup that money. And that is, I guess, the main hope now that Real Madrid have, that this deal really does financially for Tottenham need to go through. Nobody here really knows what's going on. Some say they know, few though really do. Maybe the president himself, certainly the vice president of Real Madrid, didn't know. He said when he was asked yesterday he didn't really know for sure whether Gareth Bale would be here in time for that window finally closing, and he said that, as you mentioned there, Tottenham had been dragging their heels and delaying things. The stage that was erected prematurely for the unveiling of that world record signing in the stadium behind me is still there. In fact, it's been changed slightly. There's been a perspex front put on the front of it. No sign of it being brought down, and it's Athletic Bilbao here in La Liga on Sunday, a Sunday lunchtime kickoff. So if that's going to stay, then clearly they're hoping that maybe the unveiling could happen either before that match or after that match, or maybe it's just too much trouble to bring it down and then put it back up again if the unveiling was going to be maybe on Tuesday, if it does go all the way to deadline day. We do know Gareth Bale is still at home in the London area. We do know that his agent's accountant, or one of his agent's accountants, is in Madrid. He's been doing some of the deals with some of the potential sponsors and lucrative side deals that would be going with Gareth Bale if he came to Real Madrid. When I spoke to him this morning, didn't have any clue what was going on. He's waiting just like we are and just like the Real Madrid fans are, and I've been speaking to a few of those.
Gareth Bale is a fantastic player from England. It's a surprise for me that he joined Real Madrid club. It's very interesting to see him this season.
I heard that he was going to come for 99 million, and he's a good player too. He really did a good job this season.
Oh my God, this is so exciting, really. I really wait for him to play here.
Those interviews carried out outside the official Real Madrid supporters store. Some of the unofficial merchandise sellers, the slightly dodgy ones that you see come out now and again selling the unofficial merchandise. Well, I spoke to one of those and he says he hasn't got a Gareth Bale scarf or shirt at the moment, but he said on Sunday they will be for sale. So let's see.
Let's see indeed. Thank you very much, Gary. So the Bale saga rumbles on. We will, of course, bring you any development on that as soon as we get it here on Sky Sports News. What about arrivals at Tottenham Hotspur? Well, there are two. Steaua Bucharest defender Vlad Chirikesh has completed his move for a fee believed to be £9 million. And in the past few minutes, Tottenham have confirmed the transfer of Eric Lamela from Roma. It's expected that the deal could rise to a transfer fee of £30 million. So just to confirm, Tottenham have just announced that Eric Lamela has joined Tottenham from Roma for a fee that could rise, we believe, to £30 million. And it seems the signing of Christian Eriksen is moving swiftly too. Ajax coach Frank de Boer is quoted as saying the only thing missing is the signature. The transfer of Eriksen to Tottenham is as good as final. That implies a medical has been passed and personal terms agreed. Now, Dutch press are reporting the fee to be £11.5 million. Now, for Tottenham to field any of those players in Sunday's North London derby, they have to have been registered by midday today. Now, the Chirikesh deal has taken Tottenham spending to nearly £70 million, and that is going to close on to nearly £100 million now. We've got confirmation of Lamela joining as well. That's over £100 million more than the spending Arsenal have done so far in this window. So, will Arsenal finally make a dent in the bank balance? Here are the thoughts of their manager, Arsene Wenger.
To get deals, are you any close to getting any deals done?
Yes.
When might we expect that? Before the weekend or last thing on Monday? Or
I don't know.
How confident are you, Arsene, that you, like you said last week, you have to bring players in because of the numbers you have here? How confident are you that you will bring some players in?
I'm confident.
Do you have to be careful not to panic buy as you get nearer and nearer the window?
We will not panic buy, that is for sure, you can believe me. It's not my strength to panic.
On good form there, Arsene Wenger. So Wenger says Arsenal won't panic buy ahead of Monday's deadline. 2 years ago, Arsenal made 3 deadline day signings with Mikel Arteta, Andre Santos and Per Mertesacker, all moving to the Emirates at a combined cost of just under £25 million. What about potential departures at the Emirates? Striker Nicklas Bendtner seemed certain to be leaving. We knew he held talks with Crystal Palace in the week, but Wenger has said the chances of him moving now are very small, and if he returns in good shape, he will play for the club again. Interesting stuff there from Arsene Wenger and Nicklas Bendtner. Now let's go from Arsenal to the champions, Manchester United. And could they be making some late moves in this window? Well, the Athletic Bilbao president claims United have bid £25 million for this midfielder, Ander Herrera. The bid was rejected, with the president saying he would only be sold if the release clause of £30 million was met and if Herrera himself asked to leave. So, how does manager David Moyes see the remainder of this window going?
I don't know how busy it's going to be, but it'll be busy. It looks like the football market might get busy in the next few days, but I hope that we do a little bit of business, but I couldn't guarantee that.
I was going to say, how confident do you think you are that you'll bring somebody in?
I just answered that question before you gave it to me.
Well, tell me, the football club has made a bid for Ander Herrera from Athletic Bilbao, the president of Athletic Bilbao.
Well, we wouldn't disclose. I mean, we would try not to disclose our bids if that's possible. We would just let the clubs deal with it and try and do it in a professional manner.
Are you able to give us any information on the Baines and Fellaini situation? There's been rumours about another bid for them. Can you tell us what's happening categorically from the Manchester United?
No, I wouldn't tell you, no.
Not telling us much, is he? Let's go to Chelsea now and the latest on their pursuit of Christian Atsu. Sky sources have told me the Porto winger has agreed personal terms on a 5-year contract and will take a medical today. There's an expectation the £3.5 million deal could be finalised this afternoon, but Chelsea may have to wait to see him in a blue shirt. That's because the deal will see Atsu join Dutch club Vitesse Arnhem on a season-long loan with immediate effect. Now, with all these attacking options, what about the future of a forgotten man almost, Victor Moses? Well, West Brom are interested in taking him to the Hawthorns after manager Steve Clarke revealed the player is available. Moses hasn't featured under Jose Mourinho so far and was left out of the squad for the Super Cup match against Bayern Munich tonight. Now, staying with West Brom and the future of a man who dominated the last window, and he's back. Peter Odemwingie. Swansea have confirmed they're in talks with West Brom over the striker. Furthermore, manager Michael Laudrup says Odemwingie fits the characteristics he is looking for. I've also been told Cardiff and Stoke are keeping tabs on his situation, while Al Nassr of Dubai haven't been ruled out. Al Nassr have had 2 bids for Odemwingie rejected this summer. Let's go from West Bromwich Albion to Crystal Palace, and Sky sources have told me that a fee has been agreed with Reading for winger Jimmy Kebe. It's our information. The fee is £2 million. Kebe has been taking his medical and will discuss personal terms before completing his move. And potential arrivals at Selhurst Park don't end there. We've been told a fee has been agreed with Huddersfield for right-back Jack Hunt. Again, the fee is in the region of £2 million. Let's go from Crystal Palace to West Ham United and a player who has asked for a transfer already in the past week. Ricardo Vaste. He told us earlier in the week he wanted to leave the club, and Cardiff have been heavily linked with him this summer, though manager Malky Mackay wasn't commenting earlier. West Ham boss Sam Allardyce did have his say, though. These were his thoughts in his pre-match news conference earlier this morning.
If anybody's going to leave now, it's going to be Vaz. So you don't keep anybody that doesn't want to stay. So if a club wants to come and make the right offer for him, then we will be more than happy to accommodate the transfer request he's given us. So generally when you make something like that, he's already been tapped, so somebody will have probably already contacted him. So I am expecting a bid for him in the next couple of days, because you don't do that sort of thing this late in the transfer window without having somebody spoken to you.
Interesting thoughts there from Sam Allardyce on Ricardo Vaste. One more line to bring you comes from the Scottish Premiership and the champions Celtic. Celtic have signed Israel international Nir Bitton from FC Ashdod. These are pictures of Bitton posing in his new shirt. The number 6 is what he'll wear. The fee is believed to be over £500,000, and Bitton has signed a 4-year deal. And these are the thoughts of Celtic's new recruits.
I don't think that something that convinced me to come to a club like Celtic. Celtic is a big club in Europe, the club with one of the best fans in the world, so this is my dream. I want to be the best, and my dream is to play for Celtic, and my dream is to success with Celtic, and this is what I expect from me, and that's it.
Those are thoughts of Nir Bitton, the new Celtic signing. And just a reminder of the breaking news that going across the bottom of your screen. Tottenham have confirmed that Eric Lamela has joined for a club record fee. It's the 3rd time Tottenham have broken their club transfer record. Paulinho, £17 million, £25.8 million for Roberto Soldado, and now a fee which could rise to £30 million for Eric Lamela. So add all that up. Premier League spending, well, it's going to go much higher than that now. Add 30 million onto that, we're close to £475 million spent by Premier League clubs so far in this window. But clubs do not have long to do their business. Time is ticking. A little over 3 days to go. Remember, it's an 11 p.m. deadline on Monday.